Guys, this is Jay Corbett of Team Sanctum here again with Johnny Taylor, who is going to give us a look at the brand new improved Blue Eyes Chaos Max OTK deck that he has built. So tell us a little bit about it.
Alright, so although this is a typical build for Chaos Max OTK, I haven't done it too often, but if you get it off, it goes off.
Alright, so let's take a look at it, man.
Alright, so of course, this is Blue Eyes, so we have our 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Can't run any less than that. And then, of course, to go with Blue Eyes, we also have from the new box set of not Dark Illusions, but, what is it?
It's Dark Illusions.
No.
Oh, wait, alternative? Oh.
Dark-Sided Dimensions.
There you go.
So he comes from Dark-Sided Dimensions movie pack. I run him at 2. You can run him at 3. Some people do, but I've honestly never really had a need for more than 2. And then, of course, I run 3 Chaos Max Dragons. Again, you can run him at 2 or 3. He seems to do well for me at 3. I haven't really lost too much at 3, so I'm okay with it. Then I run 3 of the White Stone of Ancients. Helpful, because he gives me the Blue Eyes plays and all those fun stuff. And then, of course, with those 3, we also have 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue. Good for getting out those Blue Eyes, because the faster you get out the Blue Eyes, the better you're able to start using the rituals and bring out Chaos Max. Then I play 1 Dragon Spirit of White. He's pretty good for helping clear back rows, because this deck doesn't focus a whole lot on traps and stuff, so he's helpful just getting that. So if you can, the more you can recycle him, the better. Then I also run 1 Divine Dragon Lord Felgran. Summoning him back, I get to banish one of your monsters, and since it's a non-targeting banish, it really is helpful. And then he gains attack, so you kind of plus off of it. And then finally, for the non-dragon type stuff, I run 3 Manju of the 10,000 Hands. So this guy helps you get the ritual spell or the ritual monster. So if you open up with 1 Manju and 1 Chaos Max, then you can basically go right into Chaos Max, because getting a Blue Eyes a level 8 to your hand isn't too hard in the deck. Alright, so now we go to the spells. I run 3 Chaos Forms. So Chaos Form is the ritual spell that goes with Blue Eyes Chaos Max, so you use that to help special summon him. And then I also run an Advanced Ritual Art. This card allows you to send a normal monster from your deck to graveyard to ritual summon a monster. So since Chaos Max is level 8 and Blue Eyes is level 8, you can actually send Blue Eyes to the grave to special summon Chaos Max. And you can either run this at 2 or 1. I've been doing fine at 1, but that's each his own. For the next part, I run 3 of the Melody of the Awakening Dragons. This card is, in my opinion, just a little broke for Blue Eyes, just because you can get Chaos Max with this guy. Because so long as the attack is 3,000 or higher and the defense is 25 or lower, you can get anything. So you could get an alternative and a Blue Eyes, like just a typical play, or you can get a Blue Eyes and a Chaos Max and go for a ritual. And then something else that's kind of unfair for the deck is Return of the Dragon Lords. So if you use Chaos Form and send Blue Eyes to grave to special summon Chaos Max, you can then use Return of the Dragon Lords and get the Blue Eyes back. So some pretty good combos for this deck. And then also 1 Silver Scry, just because there's only 4 normal monsters in this deck. So just 1 of those, just help with quick play summoning if you need it. And then I run 2 Cards of Confidence. I would not suggest running more than 2, just because there's only 3 Dragon Tuners you can use it with. So it can be a little bricky at times, even just at 2, but it has been helpful when I've drawn it, so I keep it at 2 just so I can see it more often. And then, of course, trade-in. This deck is almost nothing but level 8 monsters. So, trade-in, you can discard and draw 2 cards. Alright. Next, I run Dragon's Mirror. Dragon's Mirror, you know, you can banish the blue eyes from grave or field, which is about normal for all of the plays. So you can get either Twin Burst if you need it, or the typical play then is, of course, Neo Blue Eyes Galaxy Dragon. Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Then for a little unorthodox play, I have the Claw of Hermos. I use this card to summon out one of my fusions, which is Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword, just because it gives my monsters 1,000 attack plus 500 for every dragon on field and graveyard. So I use this, I equip it with Chaos Max. I can typically Chaos Max around 7,000. So then I do double piercing with 7,000. So kind of a little much, but it helps get OTKs a lot quicker if it goes off. And then I have Soul Charge, kind of standard, you know, just bring back monsters, helps with ritual stuff. Or fusion, and then just 2 MSTs, just for back row, since, like I said, I don't have too much destruction. So that is it for the main deck. Like I said, no traps, because so far I haven't really run across need for them. Alright, so now we go to the extra deck. So I run 1 Stardust Spark Dragon. Now, he's a level 8, so obviously I can't summon him right now, but I play 1 Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, so if I need to, I can actually use Blue Eye Spirit to get Spark Dragon. But the typical play is to go for Azorize, because Azorize, he prevents dragons from being destroyed, and he also summons back a normal monster. And then from the new set, Dark Illusions, there's Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. This deck is pretty good about getting a level 8 monster with 2 tuners. So since he's a level 10, he's easy to summon, and he is kind of good for this deck, because he blows up field during your main phase, and then during battle phase, if your opponent activates a card, he negates it and then gains 500, and that gain is actually permanent. So then we go to fusions. So I have the Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword, kind of, as I explained earlier, gives you 1,000 plus 500 for every dragon, which this deck is almost nothing but dragons. Then we, of course, have the 2 Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragons. Nice for these because they're contact fused, so you don't really need polymerization for it. I run 1 Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. He's one of the other reasons this is an OTK deck, because if you can summon him out and he's the only face-up monster you control, he is allowed to attack at least 3 times. And all you have to do is just send 2 Blue Eyes Fusions from your extra deck to graveyard. And for that, I also run an Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, mainly just for the Neo Blue Eyes as Blue Eyes fodder. And then, of course, since this is a lot of dragons, I do run a 5-headed dragon just for fun. If I can summon him, great. If not, he's not too hard. Alright, so now we go to XZs. So I run 1 Lancelot, Dark Knight of the Underworld. He can only be summoned by 2 level 8 monsters, which this deck is full of. He can attack directly, and then he can negate monster and spell effects once per turn. And then we have the Hope Harbinger. Kind of typical, you know, negates spells, adds it to him, helps. And then I run Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Don't do too much with his effect because I just go into Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon, which Dark Matter Dragon is actually pretty good because you send 3 of your dragons to grave, and then so long as you send at least the White Stone of Ancients with his effect, you're guaranteed a Blue Eyes at the end of your turn. So that's pretty much for the extra deck. I do want to comment on one thing. This Friday is going to be releasing Dragons Unleashed. It's a new set, and in that set is going to be Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, which Cypher Dragon is going to be very good for this deck because it adds... dang it, Connor. Because it allows you to take your opponents, make it a galaxy, which then you can play the Dark Matter with their own monster. But other than that, that is the Blue Eyes Chaos Max OTK deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Alright, thank you, Johnny. Thank you for letting us take a look at that Blue Eyes Chaos Max OTK deck. This is Jay Corbett of Team Sanctum signing out.